Welcome to Mindfulness Lists. The next section of the book, A New Earth, is called In Defense of an Illusion. And then the section after that is called Truth, Relative or Absolute. I'm going to go over both of these sections because they're pretty small. So the first section, In Defense of an Illusion. This is what Eckhart Tolle has to say about it. Only through awareness, not through thinking, can you differentiate between fact and opinion. Only through awareness are you able to see, there is the situation, and here is how I feel about it. Why do we argue about things, and why do we need to define things? It's kind of strange. Sometimes you have a conversation, and it's great to have conversations and talk about things, different opinions about them, but sometimes they get a little heated. And usually when they do get heated, it's because what's happening is you're confusing your thoughts for who you are. We are confusing our thoughts for who we are. Thinking that our beliefs, something that you believe about whatever it is, politics or schooling or what you think is cool music, anything that you start to identify with, you get this sense of self, and you get into what seems to be innocent conversation, and then the way, the thing about this information is that these conditions, they run in everybody. And the thing that's beautiful about it is it shows that we are all connected. You could see this working in other people, and you could see it inside yourself. And just that right there, going over all these different points about how the ego is structured and how it works, it shows how connected we are, at what a deep level we're connected. And when we get into these conversations, which could become debates, it's eroding to health. And it's just useless. It's nice to have a simple conversation, but when conversations start to get heated, pretty much everything is conjecture. You can look at things. There's very few things in life that are just fact. And most of them, when you come up with facts, you have a ball in your hand, you drop it, and that's gravity working. Why do we need to debate that? It is what it is. And when you do debate it, you're debating it because you think when you're in a conversation or when you're in an argument or when you're in a debate about something that you're going to be less if someone else is able to voice their opinion over yours, or if their opinion is correct. What does it really matter? It doesn't. If you are able to be strong enough mentally to keep the separation that I'm the subject and this situation that we're talking about is the object, it has nothing to do with us. When we're talking about something, it has nothing to do with us. These thoughts and these beliefs, they're not us. There's the awareness, and then there's the awareness of thoughts, and there's the awareness of belief, and there's the awareness of conversation, and there's awareness of a debate. So it has nothing to do with us. It's just something that we're confused, that this little belief that I have, or this little factoid that I have, makes me smarter. Oh, I would tell you a little story. Since I brought it up, I used to have this girlfriend, and she was extremely smart, much smarter than me. And her kids were probably even more smarter than me. She had 4 kids, and they would sit around and, play this, whatever you would call it, Trivial Pursuit. They were very smart people, and they'd sit there, and they did it almost every night. And this is me, I'm not trying to complain and say that I'm right, they're wrong, but that type of thing, a little playing a game or something, it's nice to have a little bit of to compete against somebody. I'm not into competitions, but I could see friendly competition. People love it. People love football and games and stuff like that, but it doesn't make you any more and it doesn't make you any less. We're all different. We all have different abilities. Anybody can probably sound like a genius. If I want to sit here and talk about music to people that don't know about music theory, I could sound like a genius, but that's very, it's boring. It's definitely boring. We could all sit there and blow our intellectual horns, and it's just boring. It's just, I don't know. It's not fun. So the next section, truth, relative or absolute. And it says, beyond the realm of simple and verifiable facts, the certainty that I am right and you are wrong is a dangerous thing in personal relationships, as well as in interactions between nations, tribes, religions, and so on. Same thing. Talking about right and wrong. And when you're right, it gives you a stronger sense of self, and it's just builds up the ego. It's such a strange thing. Why do you have to be right? I can understand, and this is going to sound redundant. I can understand wanting to be understood. Sometimes when I'm at work and I get reprimanded, hey, do this. I do things at my work. I'm a waiter. I do things because I'm there like all people are the only reason that all people are at work. Why do you go to work? To make money. You wouldn't be there, you wouldn't be there. Maybe you'd be doing it like if it was whatever, some perfect world to where everything was paid for and we got to do whatever we wanted. I probably would work with food. I really do think it's a great thing, providing people with good food, but I don't think I'd be a waiter. I might just cook or something or do something involved with food. I definitely would do music, but the reason why we all go to work is to make money. Obviously, we don't go there because, you probably enjoy what you do, but you wouldn't be doing it if you didn't get paid. And most of your coworkers wouldn't be doing it either, or your boss. So whatever I do at work is motivated by making more money. The better a waiter I am, the more money I make. So I'm constantly thinking, how can I do this better? How can I do it quicker? How can I be of better service to people? And, so once in a while, my boss will say something to me, do this way. And if it's busy, I will just do what he says in order to just keep on trucking and keep on moving and towards the end of the day and towards making more money. But sometimes I think, what in the hell are you thinking, dude? You don't have eyes in the back of your head. You can only do what you're able to do. And sometimes people micromanage things. So that'll happen once in a while. And, so back to the point, being right and being wrong. Sometimes it's questionable what's right and wrong. I just want to be efficient. So in a situation like that, if I have the time, if it's not really busy at the restaurant, I'll stop and explain, hey dude, I'm doing this because, I think that this is the best way of doing it, and I'm here to make money. I'm not here to make friends. So anyways, my little rant of being right and wrong. So I'll go to the end of this little section and tell you what Eckhart Tolle has to say about being wrong. There's only one absolute truth, is what he says, and all other truths emanate from it. When you find that truth, your actions will be in alignment with it. Human action can reflect the truth or it can reflect illusion. Can the truth be put into words? Yes, but the words are, of course, not it. They only point to it. The truth is inseparable from who you are. Yes, you are the truth. If you look elsewhere, you will be deceived every time. We are the truth. We definitely are the truth. I've said it before, and I know I always say that term, but I've mentioned it before. I've spoken about truth. There's very few truths in life. And the only thing, like in Indian literature, the definition of truth is something that is unchanging. And the only thing that is unchanging is awareness. If you really pay attention to what's going on, awareness is always there. Awareness is there before things happen, and it's there after things happen. The awareness in your life, it's always been the same. It's been the same when you're a kid. It's been the same when you're a teenager. It's the same when you're an adult. The same exact awareness. You see something. The awareness is there before you see it. The awareness is there after. And that is the only thing that is unchanging. And what is unchanging, what is eternal, is truth. Because how could you base truth on something that's changing? Our lives that constantly change, and our thoughts that constantly change, and our emotions and our sensations in our body that are constantly changing. How can you make sense of that? It's constantly changing, and you can never pin it down and say, that's it, there it is, right there. Only that is aware of all these different changing things. And that's what you are. Before thought, during thought, after thought, you are awareness, and you are the truth. That's who we are. It's the same truth. It's not the truth of Lisa and the truth of Judy and the truth of Tom and the truth of Tony. It's the one truth that runs through all life forms. It's what animates us. That truth, that awareness, the one awareness that belongs to no one, it belongs to everyone.
Eventually, time is an angel or devil, best friend or worst enemy, great joy, harsh wrath, burn.